Always ready. Niketown. Hey guys, Jordan Thomas here, Cool Common Corporate. The weather is finally broken here in New York. I'm out on my lunch break, and I'm gonna teach you 8 ways you can win your lunch break. My first suggestion, make sure that you go early. The difference between going to lunch at 11:45 versus 12:15 usually is going to double your amount of your wait time. Generally try to go at 11:45, which means put you on the early side, or after 1 o'clock, where lunch crowds are gonna be down. When you bring your lunch, you give yourself a few more options, a few more choices. This way, if you have other things you need to go do during that 30 minutes to an hour break, now you have that time to be able to do it. I don't always use my lunch for eating. Like right now, I'm running errands. Personally, I like to do my errands throughout the middle of the week. This is what this will allow me to do, is be able to do things like work on my vlogs over the weekend. That way, this part of my day is taken care of. I'm in desperate need of some running shoes, so I'm headed over to Niketown. Alright, we need running shoes. Alright, so I got my running shoes. Now, we're gonna head back to work. Speaking of work, one of the other things you can use for your lunch break is to prepare for your next job. Here's a major key, so pay attention. While I was waiting to get a job at HBO, one of the things I was doing during my lunch break was reading every article I could get my hands on, so that way when it came time for an interview, I was aware of all the current events, just trying to find my way out. Okay. Shows that are being canceled. Anybody who wrote any type of article about how they got a job at HBO. In fact, it was an article written in Cosmo that helped influence the way that I went about reaching out to a few different people. Then did my interview, two of my interviews during my lunch break. Go ahead and go for a workout during this time as well. I remember back in the day when I was working in Lockheed, because they had a gym right there on site, I'd break out probably about 11:30. Go downstairs to the gym, hit the treadmill for about 15-20 minutes, grab me a shower, and be back at my desk. Meeting up with a friend, grabbing a coworker, can do wonders to lift your spirit, particularly if you're having a particularly challenging day. Get caught up in all the current events that are going on inside and outside of your organization. This is that time to use some of those techniques that you learned in how to win friends and influence people. Pick your meals in advance for the week. I know that on Thursdays, I'm generally gonna eat out, and probably Monday through Wednesday, I'm bringing my lunch. Whether it's my favorite Cuban spot, Sophie's, or plan out leaving out for lunch a bit earlier so I can go to Chick-fil-A. My last suggestion, and it's a pretty simple one. Go outside and play. This is your time to walk around and think, get re-energized, step away from the work. I'm getting ready to head back into the office, get ready for this afternoon's meetings. We've got a bunch of tips now on how to win lunch. I'm sure I missed a few items. What are the things that you're doing during your lunch break? Leave some comments. I'd love to hear from you. This episode's over.